Timberyard Homes is the main supplier of green heart and purple heart timber in Trinidad and Tobago. If a company has been around for over a decade, it's safe to say that it's here to stay. Hayden Kublal Singh is the driving force behind Timberyard Homes. With a BA and MBA from UWI, Hayden has a strong business ethic and instinct. Hayden is described as being a naturalist, and his work speaks to the importance of the development and connection of the individual in building communities. For the past decade, Timberyard Homes has provided its clients with a living experience of a bygone age, a different way of creating and building homes for a holistic lifestyle. Now let's take a look at how Timberyard Homes are created. Our first Timberyard project is situated within the lush forested area of the Montserrat Hills around the Central Range is the San Salvador estate, a rolling landscape which harbors some of the most secluded estates and quiet villages. The main attraction is the cocoa plantations all over the area. The San Salvador estate is an entertainment and conference center, ideal for events that desire a modern look in a rustic and tranquil setting. The estate is made up of 2 building structures, both designed and built by Timberyard Homes.
So we at Timberyard Homes are offering to the nation an alternative in healthy living, an alternative in sustainable living, an alternative in forest and coastal living that perhaps had not existed before, as economically as it does now, and as beautifully as it does now. The San Salvador estate has been a client of ours for the past 7 years. Timberyard has built numerous projects on this estate. The conference room is built entirely out of green heart timber. The entertainment center is also constructed with green heart and is a much larger space, catering for larger corporate events and weddings. The buildings, as you would see, have all the elements of serenity, nature, health, beauty, and structural integrity in one package. Timberyard is currently building a series of prefabricated cottages on the same estate. So far, a 2-bedroom prefabricated cottage. The second building is a larger 4-bedroom unit, and it is the client's intention to perhaps build another 4 of these units to be used as guest housing to an Airbnb standard, so that our client in the San Salvador estate can market and attract local, Caribbean and foreign persons, an individual or family from anywhere in the world, from Trinidad, from the Caribbean, from anywhere in the world, who would be willing or looking for that special place of retreat where they can spend time and rejuvenate. A place away from everything that is silent and peaceful, where people can come and enjoy the environment of the estate, the views, the wind, the ocean, the northern range.
Modern living by fence.
This piece right here is special.
Wow. Perfect.
Crystal is the epitome of a modern-day working woman, and her husband Ravi is ready to take up the baton to handle the cooking at home.
Yeah, babe.
Hey, hon.
I can't talk right now. Busy cooking.
I had a really long day today and I just hope dinner's ready when I get home.
I got it handled, don't worry.
Okay, bye.
Ravi is a modern day man and also a professional stay-at-home gamer. Lewis Appliances has Ravi covered with appliances that implement modern technologies so that he can monitor the household chores right from his phone.
It looks so good.
It's all for you.
Call us today for the most up-to-date appliances if you want to get more couch time and keep your wife happy.
Imagine being able to earn more. Imagine getting the chance to live more. Imagine living a life where you can see more. Imagine you with JMMB, your best interest at heart.
We entered into the prefabrication business, recognizing that there was a need for faster, more economical timber and cottage buildings in the Caribbean. Our projects can take as little as 4 weeks for in-house prefabrication and can be built as little as 6 to 8 weeks on a particular site, depending on the size of the project. There are many steps that must be considered before construction begins. The first step is getting the design concept on paper and finding out what the client wants and doing so within a budget. We at Timberyard have a full in-house design capacity. So the very first thing that we do with our client is sit with them, understand their vision for their project, what type of space they require, where the location is. And once we are comfortable with the client that they have agreed to what they are looking for, our team of highly skilled designers then come up with a concept, taking all the client's needs and preferences into consideration. Once the design is laid out, then the prefabrication process starts, selecting specially graded first-grade green heart timber out of our warehouse stock. We ensure that the green heart is of the finest grade and quality for structural integrity, and our own in-house designers and engineers are all on board to ensure that the project is done in the most structurally sound manner. The framework is then measured and cut into segments and pieces into sections. Our builders, carpenters start assembling the frame for the structure. And we build the entire structure within our warehouse space in a covered, enclosed, confined, and managed area to ensure quality. The prefabrication process does not build out all the elements of the building at the warehouse. We build the main structure, and the main elements are cut and precisely drilled and bolted. When we do get onto the client's location, we install floors, walls, and ceilings. We work closely with our in-house team to ensure that specifications are met, that all is done to ensure that when we do get to an assembly point on the construction site, that things do line up properly. We then take the project apart into sections and pieces. Then it is on to the next phase, delivered to site for installation and final construction.
Now that the prefabrication process is completed, the structure is then carefully loaded onto trucks and transported to the building site for assembly.
Once we are on site, we then assemble the components of the prefab structure back into place, again ensuring that quality control is looked at, levels are done, the building is plumbed, and all elements structurally are taken care of. We have a number of teams, both in the warehouse and outside on the field, that are responsible for prefabricating and assembling, using proper tools, proper skills, and high quality supervision to ensure that we finish the project looking the way it should be. On this particular project, we have allowed the client to build their own concrete foundation to accommodate the prefabricated cottage. However, we do have the capacity to build the entire project out for clients, including the foundation, and including town and country planning approval. So we are a one-stop shop. We can design, obtain town and country planning approvals for the buildings, prefabricate and install and complete, including electrical and plumbing. We are versatile like that. If a client has a particular competence in a particular area, we allow the client to save their finances wherever they can. And we do what we do best, which is to design and build these cottages. The entire project is built out of first grade green heart timber. It is totally termite resistant. We use our own steel bracketing systems. It is built to hurricane resistant standards. Buildings and can last 80 years in forested and coastal regions. These buildings are lifetime in nature. They are beautiful. We have built a name for ourselves, designing and specially building projects throughout many areas of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, we are working on projects that can be put in any location within the Caribbean. We have built teams, competent teams of skilled contractors who can help in-house and can basically work on any location to put together and install the prefabricated buildings. So that we are actually building, designing, prefabricating, installing and completing this particular 2-bedroom cabin within a period of about 8 to 10 weeks, which is pretty quickly.
Imagine being able to earn more. Imagine getting the chance to live more. Imagine living a life where you can see more. Imagine you with JMMB, your best interest at heart.
Crystal is the epitome of a modern-day working woman, and her husband Ravi is ready to take up the baton to handle the cooking at home.
Yeah, babe.
Hey, hon.
I can't talk right now. Busy cooking.
I had a really long day today, and I just hope dinner's ready when I get home.
I got it handled, don't worry.
Okay, bye.
Ravi is a modern-day man and also a professional stay-at-home gamer. Lewis Appliances has Ravi covered with appliances that implement modern technologies so that he can monitor the household chores right from his phone.
It looks so good.
It's all for you.
Call us today for the most up-to-date appliances if you want to get more couch time and keep your wife happy.
by fence.
This piece right here is special.
Wow. Perfect.
So this is the first of 6 prefabricated greenheart cottages that we are placing on the Montserrat Hills on the San Salvador estate. It has a spectacular view, spectacular location for the sanctuary that we are building out for the client. You can see that the greenheart is excellent for outdoor because not only is it one of the hardest timbers in the world, it's totally termite resistant and is used primarily in our prefabricated cottages. So this is a lovely greenheart deck. It's a floating deck, termite resistant and water resistant. So it allows the water to go through, so it preserves the deck. Nicely done rails, open vista view of the entire central range. Let's go inside. This is a 700 square foot prefabricated greenheart cottage, built at our warehouse in Chagones, delivered on site and reassembled at the client's property. We are looking at an open space planned kitchen living room area. All of the rooms are designed and laid out so that you can enjoy this incredible view. Back to the northern range, back to the ocean, back to the Caribbean plains. It's built with our own structural integrity. We build our own steel bracketing for holding the rafters and roofs in place. It's on a concrete foundation that the client built himself, so we can offer that option. Although this is a timber cottage in the middle of the forest, we have finished this particular model using granite countertops, cedar shaker style cabinetry, and all the amenities of a modern kitchen design. So the cottages can be as rugged as they can be, but we can finish them to any taste, any preference of a client. And if you look at interior finishings, the walls, ceilings, and the floors and so on, using greenheart timber, it's also a very beautiful timber. It is meant to sleep 2 couples or 1 family with 2 kids, with 2 connected bedrooms and 1 shared bathroom. This is one of our 2 bedrooms in this particular model. It has a very warm and cozy feeling using the timber on the insides, the ceilings and the floors. It's also very open space because of the 3 windows that allow a lot of natural light, a lot of wind. It actually is not an air-conditioned model, although any guest from any part of the world can come and stay here. So we are building buildings, any shape, any size, built to the structural integrity that can take earthquakes, hurricanes, heavy winds, and can put them in any location. This is a building that is going to be standing on the mountain of the Montserrat Hills for over 80 years. We have been hired by our client Bert Sinanan, an engineer / artist / writer, who has asked us to build an art studio out of a timber cottage concept. Bert's brief to us has asked that the studio also allow for him and his single daughter Suri to also be able to live on the location. So we've designed a special barn-styled cottage to allow Bert and Suri to enjoy their space, but flexible enough to allow for an artistic studio to be created and managed from the single space. So let's now pop over to Bert's project in Claxton Bay and his creative art studio. This is a much larger prefabricated building, also totally out of greenheart. that was built at our warehouse and installed on site. The client so far has seemed to be very happy with the nature of the natural building and the energies that he's feeling.
Hi guys, my name is Bert Sinanan. The project you're seeing behind you is a future creative art studio where patrons and the public will come and share and learn about the creative arts. The project is being done by Timberyard, and I'm very, very pleased with the progress of the project so far. Top quality and efficiency by Timberyard staff.
So as you can see from the process, at this stage we are just about 70% completed with Bert's project. There's still a lot of construction going on, heavy construction going on. We expect that within the next 3 weeks or so we will be completed with the project, and Bert should be able to do his finishing touches to move in.
Crystal is the epitome of a modern-day working woman, and her husband Ravi is ready to take up the baton to handle the cooking at home.
Yeah, babe.
Hey, hon.
I can't talk right now. Busy cooking.
I had a really long day today, and I just hope dinner's ready when I get home.
I got it handled, don't worry.
Okay, bye.
Ravi is a modern-day man and also a professional stay-at-home gamer. Lewis Appliances has Ravi covered with appliances that implement modern technologies so that he can monitor the household chores right from his phone.
It looks so good.
It's all for you.
Call us today for the most up-to-date appliances if you want to get more couch time and keep your wife happy.
Imagine being able to earn more. Imagine getting the chance to live more. Imagine living a life where you can see more. Imagine you with JMMB, your best interest at heart.
Modern living by fence.
This piece right here is special.
Wow. Perfect.
Hi Hayden.
How's it going?
We're doing fine. Good to see you
Greetings.
again.
Good to see you. How's it been going?
It's pretty well so far. Pretty well. It's shaping up good. Your part has been fabulous. We are very pleased about it. Good quality. Of course, we need to do a lot of cleaning still. We're in the middle of transforming it now into a real studio
Right.
and keeping all the earthy effects. Come on in. And let's,
Sure. Thank you.
It's a barn style finish, as you know.
Yes.
Right, with a long front porch, long back porch, and the cathedral-like ceilings with dormers to get that airy feel, that feel of space
Yes.
and volume. So your brain could expand in here.
Yes.
It's a cathedral-type ceiling, and we need to drop the lights to really accentuate the natural wood aesthetic. With this beautiful type of lumber, we need to get the lighting right.
Correct.
So we have chosen to go all natural. and we're going to keep it like that. That's the inspirational type we need
Right.
for this particular artistic and creative studio. Myself and my daughter, Suri.
Yes,
Of course, she's also part of the inspiration of pursuing creative arts. Before we head up to the loft, I wanted to remind you what a great design we have here with respect to the staircase. The step itself, it's the green heart, and we wanted to actually bring in some natural elements from outside.
Yes.
And this is from the land itself
Yes.
that we cut down.
Tells a nice story.
Right, so it's very traditional, mixed with the industrial chic,
Yes.
all right, of the stainless steel and the equipment. So this is the loft. And again, it's a small, cute workspace that's just private for Suri or anyone who would like to come up and work a little more private zone. And the natural light of the dormers and the small windows, I think a lot of creative work and thinking can be done here.
Good.
And of course, overlooking the beautiful floor space. It's quite, I would say, Noah's Ark upside down.
Right. How many students do you think you'd be having in this creative art studio?
Well, I'm not sure yet if it needs to go down the road of education and training or just for personal use and for invitation to artists and creative minds to come and speak, think, draw, plan, chat.
Right.
I needed this natural inspiration
Yes.
to accentuate and heighten that experience when it does happen. So thanks again.
Very welcome. Very
And
welcome
Suri,
again.
thanks you too.
Well, I hope you enjoy your space, Suri.
Now let's take a look at some other Timberyard projects. Timberyard Homes deals with a variety of projects that come in many different sizes. From working on Stormire's castle, Timberyard Homes got its hands on a touch of our nation's history. Natural countryside living is not just for rural areas. Take a look at this magnificent residence in West Moorings made entirely of greenheart timber. There is a subtle modern touch, yet with an organic indoor vibe and decor, perfect for the modern living. Stepping outside into the wooden poolside deck, and the pergola continues the trend. Designing and building an entire outdoor look, Timberyard Homes making something as simple yet beautiful such as windows or pergolas. They can do it all. Cottages don't have to be primitive or without modern amenities. The main house at the San Salvador estate perfectly showcases how a home built with timber can still be contemporary, but also blend in with its rustic setting. It's easy to be one with nature here.
I've found that many of our clients who come to us for us to do projects for them are people who already have properties in very forested areas, coastal areas, mountainous and hilly areas. These are the clients and locations that are looking for natural, safe, structurally sound cabins and cottages for healthy and happy living. So we've done a lot of projects in Tobago, places like Toku, Paramin, Blanchisseuse, and so on, South Trinidad, where there's land space, there is forest, and there's a natural environment to accept the type of cottage that we do.
Timberyard Homes offers a range of services including houses, cottages, villas, decks, attics, stairs, ceilings, and lumber stock, as well as constructing their own steel bracketing and rafters. We hope that you enjoyed an in-depth, behind-the-scenes look at what Timberyard Homes can do, and tune in for more episodes of Decoded for everything design, architecture, and real estate.